Hey, broker buddies, how you doing? My name is Mike. It's time for another one of these. Today, we are going to be talking about fishing. Come on, let's go catch a couple. Hey, how you doing? I hope everybody's doing okay. We're going to be talking about fishing. That's one of my favorite topics currently. I've had a lot of favorite topics throughout the years. Scuba diving, boating, RVing, tons of them. The older you get, the more topics you get interested in. But neither here nor there. Today we're talking about fishing, not necessarily going to the lake and getting a hook in the water, but we're going to be talking about how fishing and freight brokering, how there are parallels. And you've got to think about it. You got to think outside of the box. Now, before we get into that, let's talk about some stuff going on here at FBTV. First of all, if you have questions, comments, messages, anything like that, you can email us, call us, leave a message on one of our contact forms on our website, freightbrokertv.com. Hey, if you'd like to call the studio line, you can, 479-668-0213. You're going to get the voicemail prompt. We ought to record that sometime and let you hear it so you know what to expect. Or have we done that? I don't remember. Could have. But anyway, yeah, you get a voicemail prompt unless they've changed it and I don't know about it. Microsoft has Skype now, and for some weird reason, they won't let you do a personalized voicemail message, so you don't know if you dialed the right number or the wrong number. So I don't get it, but they do, and they're a lot smarter than me, probably. Oh, yeah, a coffee mug. We have these available at freightbrokertv.com. Visit the store. We have mugs and T-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, all kinds of fun stuff. Like to get neck gaiter, where those are going fishing. A lot of people have been wearing the neck gaiters due to the coronavirus. Crazy world we live in. I just have to scratch my head and wonder if everything's going to start falling back into place sometime in November. You know what I'm talking about. Got the FBTVinsider.com. You can go to FBTVinsider.com, find all of our public content. Everything from, you can register, it's free to register, get access to the free content, which is going to include these videos, all of our YouTube, our radio broadcast, our podcast, everything we ever have done, will do. It's going to be there on the FBTV Insider. But if you want to subscribe, and I think it's $2.99 a month. That's $2.99 a month. Under $3 a month, you can get access to everything. The insider content, all the free content, everything. You might want to check that out. What else? Freight Broker FBTV Radio. Hey man, it's playing 24/7. And we've done this, I think, more for drivers, people up. And actually we've got a pretty good audience all over the world. You can tune in and go to our website, freightbrokertv.com. Up in the top right, there's a player there, and under that player is the web address for our internet radio station. You can enter that into your app or whatever you're using to listen to internet radio. Matter of fact, we've got an app there. If you got an iPhone, you can download that app. Where's mine? Here it is. No, I'm not going to show you, but you can download that app and just be able to listen to it anytime you want and go from there with it. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep it on the Freight Broker TV page. What else is going on here? All right. Now, let's talk about fishing as it pertains to being a freight broker. I have clients, and if you didn't know, I'm a consultant for Tautoa, the lead consultant for Tautoa, but I've got clients that get discouraged because they make 10 phone calls and they can't get a customer. And they know up front, matter of fact, in training, we talked about making a lot of phone calls. Matter of fact, the first 30, 60, 90 days, you've got to stay on that phone. You've got to focus on making a lot of sales calls, because only from those sales calls will you get customers, and from those customers you will get loads, and from those loads you're going to be able to make money. But just because you have loads doesn't mean you're going to make money immediately. It's a process. You don't just start freight brokering tomorrow and start pulling in the big bucks day after tomorrow. See what I mean? You've got to build the business. You've got to build the relationships. Yeah, you may be working with the customer. They may be making loads available to you. But you have to learn more about those loads. First of all, do trucking companies want to haul those loads? Are you getting phone calls for those loads? Are those loads trucking companies are interested in? Basically, trucking company, they're looking for three things when they are making a decision to move a load, at least from a broker. They're looking at the destination. Where's that load going? Okay. How heavy is the load? What's the weight? And lastly, rate. What's it pay? Okay, you get those three things going in the right direction, you're going to get a truck for a load. But how do you know? Well, you start out with posting the load. You get all your loads posted. That's what we train on. That's what we teach. And I can't recommend it enough. Post all of your loads. Don't be the one that sits there and looks at a load list you get from a customer. That load. Not going to waste my time. That's not your decision to make. That may be the load that there's a trucking company out there. They need that load to get that truck repositioned to a destination they need that truck to be. That could be their load and they need it, and you're not posting it. And if you don't post it, well, they can't haul it, but you can't move it and you can't make money off of it. See what I mean? Post all of your loads. Now, we have run into a situation here over the last several months with the coronavirus. Things that are normally shipping this time of year, they're still shipping, but things are upside down for a lot of reasons, mainly coronavirus. The thing is, you've got to think about this. You can't just have your blinders on 100% of the time. That's part of being an entrepreneur. You got to take those blinders off. You've got to see the big picture, and the big picture allows you to start getting ideas. First of all, are you staying up to date with what's happening in the transportation industry? You know, FBTV Insider, even with the free subscription, you have access to the news. Okay, you can go to the FBTV Insider News, and it's a news, what do you call it, aggregator, you know, where it pulls in news about the transportation industry from, you know, all over the country, different publications and such. But keep up to date with the industry. See what you want. A lot of times, knowing what's happening in the industry can spawn an idea in you for finding a customer. And that's important. You're always prospecting, always looking for that next customer. The second thing is, all right, if what normally ships isn't shipping right now because, well, honestly, I've been getting a lot of calls from clients saying, hey, you know, I'm making a lot of calls and, man, I'm getting a lot of gatekeepers. Normally, you're not going to find a gatekeeper when it comes to shipping. And the reason is everyone needs access to shipping. Everybody from the driver all the way to their customer. Everybody in between needs access to shipping. So usually it's no problem getting put right through to shipping. However, what's been happening is a lot of these people that are in charge of shipping, they're at home. They're not coming into the office like they were prior. They're working out of their house. So yeah, you may be running into a gatekeeper. Way to handle that is just be honest. You know, whoever's asking the question, tell them, you know, hey, you know, it's a hard time for everybody. I'm helping people get trucks to help them get their loads to their customers. You know, just be upfront and totally honest about it. If they put you through, they put you through. If they don't, well, you know, try back in 30 days or whatever. Now, the other thing is think about what you are prospecting for. Okay. Right now, construction industry isn't like it has been normally. There's a lot of things that are kind of off kilter. But what is shipping right now? Sit back, think about it. What is shipping right now? Essentials, essential items. Amway. Let's think about Amway for a minute. I know nobody. Amway was okay. Those guys that created Amway many years ago. They created Amway to sell soap. Why? Because they knew people would always buy soap. Okay, that's why that company was started. Well, that and become a MLM type company, but their premise was soap. There would always be a market for soap. So think about the essential items. What is selling right now? What is moving off the shelves? Be thinking about that. Start focusing on those type of commodities. Get the idea? Now, how does all this pertain to fishing? Well, if you fish, you've got your pole, your tackle, you're in the water, your fishing location. Hey, if you're not catching fish on this bait, you'll probably change the type bait you're using. If you change bait and you're not catching fish still, you may change your location. You see what I mean? You see how this pertains? It kind of all works together. If you know anything about fishing, kind of get that mentality in your head. Okay, if this isn't working, let's try something else. In other words, let's say I'm prospecting this commodity in this part of the country. Well, if I'm not getting any calls or no yeses where I can't set up any shippers, I'm going to change part of the country. Okay, change my location. If I find, I'm still not getting any proper response, it's pretty good indication that commodity may just not be shipping. I'm going to change commodities. Be thinking about this. Don't just get in that rut. Kind of step out of it every once in a while. See if you can find something someplace else. You go out on the highway, any interstate, anywhere in the country, and count the thousands of trucks that are going by every day. Freight's moving. You just have to find the right customer.